Good evening, student. After taking the general information about the respiratory system, now we have to see the various organs which will be used by various organisms for the process of respiration. This topic is extremely important because these organs are mentioned in this chapter of breathing and exchange of gases, and the detailed information about these organs are also provided in the chapter of animal kingdom. So we have to mug out ratta this information for the purpose of NEET examination. We must know which organism will use which organ for respiration. So let's try to learn about these organs in detail. Various organisms will use various types of organ for respiration. So we have to make a list of various organs for respiration. So we will make it in the tabular form so that it will be easier for you to remember these organs. So firstly we will mention the organ, then we will mention which type of respiration it is, and then we will mention the organism. So the first organ used by organism for respiration is skin, and whenever the organism will use the skin for respiration, such type of respiration is called as cutaneous respiration. So skin is a respiratory organ in case of most of the annelids and the fat worms, which will use their moist cuticle for respiration. Speaking about the vertebrates, in amphibian category, frog will use the skin for respiration during the period of hibernation, plus during the stay of frog in water. Clear for this thing? So skin will be a respiratory organ. The respiration is called as cutaneous respiration, and organisms in case of Annelida, we are having the example of earthworm, and in case of vertebrates, invertebrate amphibians, and in amphibian we are having an example of frogs, which will use skin for cutaneous respiration. Now the second organ which will be used for respiration is tracheal tubes. Whenever an organism will use tracheal tubes for respiration, such type of respiration is called as tracheal respiration. And the tracheal respiration is performed in the phylum Arthropoda. Specifically, the class Insecta will perform the tracheal respiration. In class Insecta, we are having a continuous cavity which is called as hemocoel, and inside the hemocoel, the tracheal tube will open directly. So, the tracheal respiration is seen in case of insects. Clear? The third organ for respiration is gills. And if the organism will use gills for respiration, then such type of respiration is called as branchial respiration. And the organism which perform the branchial respirations are prawns in case of lower vertebrates. Prawns belong to crustaceans, that is arthropoda category, so prawns will use gills for respiration. In case of higher animals, in case of vertebrates, the fishes will use gills for branchial respiration. So in case of lower animals, prawns, which belongs to arthropoda, and in case of higher animal, fishes, which are vertebrates, will perform the branchial respiration. Now the next organ for respiration is lungs. And whenever the organism will use lungs for respiration, such type of respiration is called as pulmonary respiration. And most of the higher vertebrates, that's mean amphibians in their adult stages, and then reptiles, birds and mammals, all of them higher vertebrates will use lungs for respiration. For example, amphibians, then reptiles, birds and mammals. All of them will use lungs for respiration. The next organ which will be used for respiration, something which is called as book lungs. And in case of book lung, there is no special name for such type of respiration, but the organism which will perform this respiration using the book lungs are scorpions and spiders. They are the arachnids, which is a class of arthropoda. In arthropoda, the class arachnida is there, and in arachnida we are having the example of spider which will use book lungs for the purpose of respiration. The next organ which is useful for respiration is something called as book gills. And the book gills are used by aquatic arachnids called as limulus. Clear? There is another organ which is used for respiration, and it is actually a modification of mental cavity which is found in case of mollusca. This organ is called as pulmonary sac. This pulmonary sac is actually a modification of mantle cavity which is found in case of mollusca. So these are the various organ. ये सारे various organs है जो अलग अलग organism use करेंगे for the purpose of respiration. जैसे कि हमने देखा स्किन ये रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन है, और जब स्किन के मदद से रेस्पिरेशन होगा तब उस रेस्पिरेशन को हम क्यूटेनियस रेस्पिरेशन कहते हैं, और क्यूटेनियस रेस्पिरेशन हमें देखने को मिलता है अर्थवर्म में या तो फिर एम्फीबियन कैटेगरी में, फ्रॉग में. सेकेंडली सम ऑर्गेनिज्म, कुछ एनिमल्स जो है वो ट्रकियल ट्यूब का भी इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं डायरेक्टली फॉर रेस्पिरेशन. ऐसे रेस्पिरेशन को हम ट्रकियल रेस्पिरेशन कहते हैं, और इंसेक्ट कैटेगरी के जो ऑर्गेनिजम्स है वो इस रेस्पिरेशन का यूज करते हैं. द थर्ड ऑर्गन इज गिल्स. जो भी गिल्स के हेल्प से रेस्पिरेशन होता है उस रेस्पिरेशन को ब्रैंकियल रेस्पिरेशन कहा जाता है, और ये ब्रैंकियल रेस्पिरेशन देखने को मिलता है प्रॉन्स में जो कि आर्थ्रोपोडा क्लास का है, और फिशेस में जो कि वर्टिब्रेट्स है. देन द नेक्स्ट ऑर्गन, द मेन ऑर्गन इज लंग्स. लंग्स जब भी यूज होते हैं रेस्पिरेशन के लिए, उस रेस्पिरेशन को हम पल्मोनरी रेस्पिरेशन कहते हैं, और पल्मोनरी रेस्पिरेशन सारे हायर वर्टिब्रेट्स करते हैं, जिसमें एडल्ट फॉर्म ऑफ एम्फीबियन है, रेप्टाइल्स है, बर्ड्स है और मैमल्स है. यहाँ एक ध्यान देने वाली बात है कि एम्फीबियन का जो टैडपोल फॉर्म है, ओके, फ्रॉग का जो टैडपोल फॉर्म है वो रेस्पिरेशन करता है विद द हेल्प ऑफ गिल्स. ओके, सो ब्रैंकियल रेस्पिरेशन, टैडपोल, लार्वा ऑफ फ्रॉग, will perform the respiration with the help of gills, that is branchial respiration, but the adult frog will perform the respiration using lung, as well as the adult frog can perform the respiration by using skin. So in case of frog, we can visualize all the types of respiratory organ. We can have skin as a respiratory organ in frog, we can have gills as a respiratory organ in a tadpole larva of frog, and we can have lungs in case of frog. So these are the various organs. Then having book lungs, these book lungs are used by स्कॉर्पियंस एंड स्पाइडर्स. स्कॉर्पियन और स्पाइडर जो रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन यूज करते हैं उनको हम बुक लंग्स कहते हैं. सिमिलरली हमारे पास बुक गिल्स भी है. ये बुक गिल्स हमें एक्वेटिक एरेक्निडाज में दिखने को मिलती है. एग्जांपल है लेम्यूलस. एंड पल्मोनरी सैक करके एक स्ट्रक्चर होता है जो एक्चुअली में मॉडिफिकेशन है मेंटल कैविटी का, जो दिखने को मिलती है इन केस ऑफ मोलस्का. सो ये सारे रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन्स है. ये टॉपिक पे रट्टा मार के रखना पड़ेगा. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है फॉर नीट एग्जामिनेशन. क्लियर फॉर दिस थिंग. नाउ वी हैव टू सी द वेरियस रेस्पिरेटरी पिगमेंट्स आल्सो व्हिच विल हेल्पफुल फॉर द गैसियस एक्सचेंज. तो वी विल मेक अ लिस्ट ऑफ वेरियस रेस्पिरेटरी पिगमेंट्स. So the most important respiratory pigment which we have to consider is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a respiratory pigment which is having iron as center. So it is a iron containing respiratory pigment which is found in case of vertebrates and in case of Annelida. It is found in case of earthworm. So earthworm will have the hemoglobin and vertebrates will have the hemoglobin as their respiratory pigment. Then the second type of respiratory pigment is called as hemoerythrin. This hemoerythrin is found, it is again a Fe containing pigment which is found in case of Annelidas. Annelida will have hemoerythrin, but Annelida, the earthworm will have hemoglobin, and that hemoglobin is dissolved in the plasma of earthworm. Earthworm will not have the RBCs, that is red blood corpuscle, but the hemoglobin is dissolved in the plasma of earthworm. Do remember this point. Then the next pigment is echinochrome. As the name suggests, this is a colorful pigment, again a Fe containing pigment which is found in case of echinodermata. Then the next pigment is hemocyanin. Hemocyanin is a copper containing pigment which is found in case of mollusca. So their blood will be blue in color due to presence of hemocyanin. The copper will have the blue color, and that molluscal blood will have the blue color tinge. Okay. Then there is another pigment which is called as vanillin. As the name suggests, it will have vanadium as a metal, and this particular pigment is found in case of coelomic fluid of Protochordata. सो ये सारी अलग अलग रेस्पिरेटरी पिगमेंट्स है जो हमें ऑक्सीजन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में और ऑक्सीजन के एक्सचेंज में मदद करती है. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पिगमेंट हीमोग्लोबिन है जिसमें आयन सेंटर है, और ये पिगमेंट मिलती है वर्टिब्रेट्स और अर्थवर्म में. अर्थवर्म एनेलिडा है, लेकिन अर्थवर्म में ये जो पिगमेंट है वो प्लाज्मा में डिसॉल्व होती है, ना कि आरबीसी के अंदर प्रेजेंट होती है. इन केस ऑफ वर्टिब्रेट दिस पिगमेंट इज प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द आरबीसी. क्लियर. देन द नेक्स्ट पिगमेंट इज हीमोइरिथ्रिन. ये भी एक पिगमेंट है जिसमें आयन है और ये एनेलिड्स में मिलती है. इकाइनोक्रोम, जैसे कि नाम बताता है, ये भी आयन कंटेनिंग पिगमेंट है इकाइनोडर्मेटा फाइलम की। हीमोसाइनिन, ये हीमोसाइनिन एक ब्लू कलर की कॉपर कंटेनिंग पिगमेंट है जो हमें मिलती है मोल्यूस्का फाइलम में। और वेलेडिन एक पिगमेंट है जो कि स्पेशली मिलती है सीलोमिक फ्लूइड ऑफ प्रोटोकॉर्डेटा। So this is everything regarding the organs of respiration and the various pigments which are responsible for the exchange of gases. So in the next video, we'll start with the anatomy of respiratory system in case of human. Thank you.